Hey guys, Darien here. I'd like to show you a new addition to our line of shop support products. This is our HFL-3015 fiber laser cutting system. This is a high-performance laser system loaded with lots of cool features that focuses on high volume output in a production environment. Starting with the 3 kilowatt high-speed sensor laser head, supporting the laser system are dual automatic shuttle tables that can handle up to 120 by 60 inch sheets, while internal and external cameras give you continuous views during setup and operation. The machine uses a Windows-based controller and ZipCut programming software to easily load and efficiently nest your parts. And as you'll see, this laser cutter comes with just about all the supporting equipment you need to start cutting. In fact, the only additional things you really need to start cutting are the proper incoming power, an air compressor, and the correct auxiliary gases. Now let's dig into the details. This machine is equipped with an autofocus lens system that maintains optimal focus when cutting different materials. This is useful when cutting on material that isn't perfectly flat across its surface. The laser autofocus lens is protected by a protection lens. This secondary lens is designed to protect the internal optics of the laser cutting head from damaging contaminants like dust, smoke, and metal splatter. When the laser cuts, a lot of heat can be generated. To help manage this heating event, a water cooling system that cools the laser head as well as the laser power source has been added. It is strongly recommended that deionized, purified, or distilled water be used in this system for maximum cutting efficiency. Cutting with the laser produces fumes and fine airborne particulate we refer to as dust. These elements are extracted from the machine's enclosure via a dust extraction system. A dust collector handles this task. This dust collection system is connected to the machine's base through a single 12-inch diameter duct. There are 3 different exhaust zones within the base, and depending on the laser head cutting position, the closest zone or zones will be activated to achieve optimal dust and fume extraction. This system is extremely important as it helps keep the smoke and fire potential to a minimum, not to mention the smell. Cutting different materials requires different assist gases and pressures. This is managed by a programmable gas system in which an operator can set the parameters where they see fit. Large sheets of material are loaded and unloaded into the machine by an automatic dual pallet shuttle system. Depending on the size, some smaller sheets can be loaded onto the pallet through the front doors. All the external and internal operations can be observed through the visual monitoring camera system. Camera views are displayed on the FSCut 2000E HMI control system monitor, which is provided with the machine. FSCut 2000E is a touchscreen style monitor which has the ZipCut E software installed for machine control. In addition to controlling the machine through the touchscreen, a remote control pendant has been included. This remote control pendant provides the operator with access to most of the machine control features without having to stand directly in front of the HMI. The machine can handle sheets up to 60 inches by 120 inches and has a total payload capacity of 2,400 pounds per pallet. Its 3 kilowatt laser can cut carbon steel, stainless steel, aluminum, and several other types of metal. But before you purchase the HFL-3015, you need to make sure your facility is equipped with the proper resources. The machine requires 208 VAC, 60 Hertz, and 3-phase power with a good grounding system. A minimum floor space of 24 feet by 33 feet is required to accommodate the system and all the ancillary equipment. There are 5 pieces of ancillary equipment that come with the unit: a 50 kilovolt amp transformer, an 80 kilovolt amp voltage regulator, a 3 kilowatt laser power source cabinet, a water cooler cabinet, and a dust collector. An air compressor with a dryer will be needed for this machine, as well as a nitrogen source and an oxygen source. The specifications for these subsystems will be provided within the installation instructions. Now that we've gone through the checklist of things needed to support the machine, let's get some material loaded to cut. Here I have some 1/8" stainless steel plate that I'm going to use. The first thing I need to do is calibrate the machine so it knows where the surface of the material is. Now I'm ready to select a pattern to cut. I'll be importing a design from an external source for this demonstration. Normally, I would use the Edge Find feature to locate the material within the enclosure, especially if I am going to be nesting this or other patterns onto this sheet. I will show that process in a different video. For now, I will prep the design for cutting and then place it into the lower left corner of the material. Now I'm almost ready to cut out the pattern. But before I do this, I need to make sure the correct parameters are entered for the material I'm cutting. I can access these parameters by selecting the layer option in the upper right corner of the screen. Typically, when cutting 1/8" thick stainless steel, the most common parameters to adjust would be the cut speed, gas pressure, peak power, duty cycle, focus position, and for dimensional accuracy, cut compensation. Once I verify that these parameters are correct, I can accept these parameters and move back to the home screen. From here, I can ensure the correct assist gas is selected, open the laser shutter, and begin the cut process. This part will be a little on the warm side, so I'll be careful when I pick it up. Here you can see how well the machine performed. The sides are nice and smooth, there are no burrs or blemishes. The heat pattern is consistent around the cutting edges. All that remains is to measure this piece to ensure it is within spec. In the event your first article does not meet the correct specifications, there is a compensation option you can access to help bring the features back to within tolerance. As you can see, it is very easy to cut with the Haas HFL-3015. There are many other features you get with this machine. I will go over these in more detail with a different video. By adding this machine to your shop, you expand your production capabilities. Whether you're a sheet metal facility that needs more throughput, a machine shop looking at opportunities in the fabrication world, or maybe thinking about bringing sheet metal work in-house instead of farming it out, this machine has you covered. Whatever the case, check out HaasCNC.com for our lineup of laser cutting machines. And as always, thanks for watching.